All right, so since we've been talking about Dart implicitly, I would say, because we've talked about Flutter, we know that Flutter framework uses Dart to build applications. Now, we are going to embark on a journey where we're going to be learning a lot about this language, this new language created by Google developers or developer. Okay, you can look more about the history and so forth. But I went ahead and opened this dartlang.org. This is where you're going to find all that you need to know about Dart. Okay, so Dart is an object-oriented programming language, which means it's a very complex in terms of the layers and things that you can do with it. Not so complex in terms of the syntax, because that was one of the ideas, is to create something easier to understand, easier for developers to read it out as English so people can actually understand what's going on. But it's still a complex language, so there's a lot to cover, and obviously we're not going to be able to cover everything that there is to the language, even though I will go as comprehensive as I possibly can, so that you have not only the Flutter framework building Android applications and iOS at a later time, but you also feel like you really have a good grasp on this language. Okay, so my idea is to get you from not knowing this language at all to actually understand and being able to build really great, amazing applications. And with this knowledge that you have, you can build not only iOS and Android apps, but also web applications and server-side code and so forth. So this is really one of those languages that it's not just for one purpose only. Okay, so if you learn this, you're going to be able to apply what you learn into different frameworks. So that is one of the beauty. All right, so go to dartlang.org, as you can see at the top there, and you can see there's a lot of things. Okay, it says here to get started, language, libraries, tools, community, and so forth. So I would like you to go ahead and explore on your own time. At this point, you should have everything installed, ready to go. And right away here, you see we have a little bit of the language, and you can see they say here you can open in Dartpad. So there is another tool called Dartpad, which is a tool you can use to write programs using Dart. It's a web-based program. So again, going back to the idea that Dart is versatile language, you can see here it says Dart helps you craft beautiful, high-quality experiences across all screens with optimized language. If you hover over or click it, it will tell you exactly what they mean by that. They say that start out being optimized for web application and is evolving to provide great support for mobile apps. So Dart also runs on the command line and server side. You see, that's exactly what we've discussed earlier. So it's a very versatile language. It also says a rich, powerful frameworks. Click there. It says for mobile apps, we recommend Flutter. For desktop app, we recommend Angular Dart. Look at that. You can even use Dart to create Angular applications for desktop. Wow, that's amazing. Delightful, flexible tooling. Click there. Tools range from general purpose tools. If you probably open a new tab, we'll give you all these tools that you can use. Look at that. Okay, so there's a lot to explore here, folks, a lot to explore. Okay, very nice. So obviously we're going to be using IntelliJ for our Dart, and actually we can also, I'll show you also the Dartpad. So let's go down here and say language tour. Okay, and you can read this on your own time because I don't want to bore you, because I want to just get straight to start writing some code and get you going. Okay, but at the top here you can see it says you can play with most of these features using Dartpad. So if you go to Dartpad, click here, and you see this is the Dartpad. So it's a web-based IDE, or I would say a source code editor, or code editor, I would say. Probably not necessarily an IDE per se, okay, but it works. There's a few options here. You can say HTML, you can write HTML, you can write CSS as well, but we want Dart. Right away it says void main. This is indeed a method called main, and we have a for loop here. Okay, if we go say run, It's going to go ahead and go looping through, and it's going to add 1 as it goes through. So we say 0 plus 1 is going to 1, hello 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. Okay, so here, of course, I'm assuming that you don't know anything yet about programming or this language, for instance. The first thing we're going to say, and we will talk about this later, to create a variable, we're going to say var a. I'm going to set it to be Paolo. Okay, I'm going to finish that with semicolon. Say var b is equal, I'm going to give it to shown. And then I'm going to go ahead and say print a. Let's see what this is going to do. Of course, don't forget to semicolon there. So if we run, we should see in the console says Paolo. Let's see if I say plus b, see what that's going to do. So it's Paolo is shown. Okay, very cool. So you see now we concatenated. We will talk about this. Okay, I just want to show you this the Dart pad. This is another alternative code editor you can use to just get a feel for the language, Dart language that is. Okay, now I am not going to be using the Dart pad in this course. The reason why is because we already have downloaded IntelliJ, and I think it's important for you to get used to using IDEs that you are more likely going to be using as you build the actual applications. And plus, you have more options when you use an IDE. This is just a playground, if you will. And there's nothing wrong to use, especially in the beginning, because it won't hurt you, right? It's easy to just pop it up. You can just go to dartpad.dartlang.org, and then voila, you have it. Okay, so that's totally fine. You can, of course, share your code. There's samples you can add, and so many things that you can explore on your own time. Okay, but I just want to show you options that you have to use. Now, if you go back to here, we came here before. Let's go back to get started here. Tooling, if you click on tooling and go right click, I'm going to just open a new pad here, a new tab. You notice we have different IDEs. So if you for some reason don't want to use IntelliJ, there's other IDEs by JetBrains. You can install and use them. You can use Visual Studio Code. You can use WebStorm. There's so many other IDEs you can use. You can even use Sublime Text and so many other IDEs, okay? But again, I'm going to use what I have installed and what I've shown you to install. And I really encourage you to do the same. If this is your first course on this, I just follow exactly as I do. If you have developed already, you are a developer or have coded before, then just use what you're comfortable with. Perfect. All right, so this was a very short video, so I can give you a little bit of introduction on where to go to get all of what this language can do. And you can definitely go through all of this to read a little bit more about it. Even if that most of it doesn't make any sense, I would like you to remember dartlang.org is where you should always come to if you have any questions or you want to learn more about this language. It's part of being a developer to be able to go to the source, if you will, and be able to look at the documentation and look at things and go from there. All right? Perfect. So in the next video, we are going to start learning this wonderful language from the beginning. Perfect. I'll see you next.